And that's the clip.
That was like my ringer.
We're only gonna release that part.
Chat, do not clip that. Chat, do not clip that.
Too late.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Poddy Break. Today I have joining me my producer Ash.
Hey, what's up?
And my showrunner Chris.
Hi.
And me, also back for another episode of Poddy Break.
Yay!
Lunch edition.
Yes, lunch break. Thank you guys for joining us for the lunch break. Actually, we just had some oysters.
Yes, Chris's first oyster, actually.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, was it pretty good?
Yeah. And then I'm told it gets better than that. So
It gets so much better. We got some oysters from Whole Foods. Shout out to Whole Foods. But honestly, they were not that good. Or at least the one that I had. I think you need more like mignonette. I don't know. I'll probably dress one up for you. Because like the last ones are a little weak. I don't know. I don't know if it was the oyster, if it was a dressing.
I mean, once you have one from like a real like restaurant, you're gonna lose your mind.
Yeah, no, they're really like so freaking good.
Yeah, this was a hard day because we just kept talking about nice restaurants that we ate to. Yeah.
I mean, well, if we're talking about nice restaurants, catch one. My favorite place to get oysters. But yeah, no, it really does get so much better than that.
Is that here or is that
here.
in? Okay.
It's like down like I think like I don't know, more like downtown, but
Yeah, we should do something because now I don't have an excuse to like, I'm busy.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you know
really
that that's
don't.
not real anymore.
yeah, we all know that you're not that busy anymore. Actually.
right?
You know what?
We should have a lunch. Like
Let's
we'll call it
do
like
it.
a creative lunch. We'll go to a nice place and then we can talk podcast.
I'm down. I could be
let's
potentially.
go.
Yes. Perhaps I would like that actually a lot. Please, actually.
We'll
Yeah,
write
guys,
it
I'm
off.
also only
Write
saying
it off.
this because I'm hungry. Because we had like this is actually in between lunch.
Yeah.
Because we were short on time, so we had a couple bites of lunch, and it's like, hey, we got to record.
In between lunch break.
Well, yeah, things got delayed because we were trying to pick up from our restaurant. We normally do delivery, but for some reason, the address took me to a place called They Poop. Wait, what is it?
I think it was They Poop We Scoop,
There's no way.
and I will never forget that.
How is that a real spot? Like that's where the link took me. And I was like, this is wild. But
It was a link?
Yeah, because like I just clicked the link and it took me to coordinates, but it was right behind the restaurant. Hopefully they don't share a kitchen.
Hopefully, like that's just WhatsApp trolling or something.
Right?
Because
That's
what?
wild.
I've never ever like. They poop, we scoop. All I did was send you the address for the place.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I clicked the link and that's where it sent. It was like four numbers off, but
Oh, it's 4 numbers off?
yeah, but I was like, what the heck?
I wonder how it got.
It was wild and like through an alley, and I was like, I should have known at that point.
Did you go to the place we poop, we scoop? Just for
Yeah,
shits
because
and gigs?
I went into the alley. It told me to go around, and then it was like, you're now arriving at, and I was like, this is not the spot.
So there was no we poop, we scoop store?
It could have been. I didn't see a sign. I should have looked harder because I was just like screenshot, keep going. Like,
Me personally, that would have like definitely made me take a detour. I'd have been like, sorry, y'all, the whole day is gonna get paused. We gotta investigate this we poop, we scoop business.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
what?
Cancel the day. Call all the guests.
Cancel the podcast, turn it into investigative journalism. Matter of fact.
We're hitting the streets.
That's better than where my mind would have went. I was like, okay, I'm picking up food in this alleyway, so I'm getting killed. I've pissed off Myra,
Yeah.
and she's setting me up right now. It's like a mob movie.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It said we poop, we scoop. That's not menacing. That's prank, harmless prank.
Right.
Well, that's why I would have got. That's how you would have got me. It's like, oh, this is so funny. I have to see it, and then bam.
Can we do some like investigative street stuff or like street interviews and call it like Myra from the street?
Yes, dude, please.
Well, we should launch. Well, I mean, we've already talked about you want to start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I want to start vlogging and I want to start like YouTubing and all that.
And then
Yeah.
obviously I would help you with that. We can do some man on the street.
I
think that you would be good at like investigative journalism, like of
I
like
would.
cool underground stuff.
I think I would be because I am genuinely a very curious person and I have lots of questions to ask and they don't really usually ever run out. I'm always at a loss. I'm always confused. So
We could just find like random lines of people, you know, and just like, what are you here for? And
Yes.
like,
Yeah, because I'm very curious. Yeah, no, I like
Also,
like
I want to send you to like the Las Vegas tunnels.
No,
secret
she
tunnel.
she won't
Secret
come
tunnel.
No, we'll go
through
with
the
her.
mountains.
We'll go with you.
Secret tunnel. What?
Why did that remind me of Goonies? Just like, now it's like, are you ready?
Are you guys?
That's so
Sorry.
How do you know? Wait, whoa! I'm
She
calling
knows
you
that.
out. How do you know the Goonies, but you don't know Will Smith used to rap?
Of course. Of course I know Sloth. Come on.
Oh,
Hey, you guys. Like, come on. Everyone knows that.
And that's the
I
clip.
mean, that was
We're
like my
just gonna.
ringer.
We're only gonna release that part.
Chat, do not clip that. Chat, do not clip that.
Too late.
Hey. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I don't know. What was Will Smith around this? Oh, because the Goonies was more like 80s, right? Or 90s?
Yeah.
The Goonies was 80s, but Will Smith was like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was
It
like
was like
90s.
early 90s-ish. Yeah.
I guess I should know more of that because it is closer to my time. But my mom, like, she's an 80s baby, and like, I don't know, my mom took it upon herself. She's like, you can't be in this world uncultured. Like, that's not, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So she would just make me like learn like all that stuff. She'd make me watch. I've watched the original Jumanji. Like, I've watched
Nice.
like all like the OG. Like,
Wait, you're talking about original, like with the
The original Jack Black Jumanji.
Yeah,
Jack
The Rock.
Black.
Jack Black is not in the original.
No, Robin Williams.
Bro, see, you thought you
I
were
was
gonna
just-
trip me up,
I
didn't
thought,
you?
I thought I was gonna get her.
Yeah,
Because isn't there now a third Jumanji or no?
I don't.
There's like 5 at this point. I don't know. There's so many Jumanjis.
I don't even want to watch them.
Come on, Gee!
You know what?
Sorry.
It actually it wasn't that bad. I was ready to hate the new Jumanji movie.
Who's in
'cause,
it?
Isn't
Kevin Hart and
Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and then
You expected to
girl.
hate that?
Yeah, because Jumanji is so good. It's such a like
Yeah.
classic.
Jack Black and Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson are so good. And together?
Yeah, but better than the original Jumanji.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
not.
But
I
it
don't
was
know.
good. It was good.
I mean, more in a
Yeah.
comical sense because the original Jumanji wasn't that funny.
Yeah, they
Was
went
it?
a slightly different direction.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
more comical. I wouldn't compare the two. I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely different vibes. But I liked the kind of like, because the game was meant to be scary though. Like kind of like, I feel
see
like,
your point. Okay.
yeah, you know, like it was kind of like meant to be like a whole, you're getting trapped in this like wild
Yeah.
jungle thing, you know?
That's true.
Also, did you say your mom is an 80s baby?
Well, she was born in 77, but like,
okay. I was-
raised 80s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that counts. Yeah. Even 77, man, your mom's really young.
Yeah. Mom's really cool and hip.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually supports me. Yeah. No,
love
it's-
that.
My parents are from the 60s.
Really? Oh,
And
my stepdad, he's 66 or 69. I don't know.
I think both of mine are 65.
Dang, my parents are the oldest. Mine are 58 and 56.
Whoa, my grandma's like 45. I mean, that's closer to my grandma's.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wait, your grandma's 40. Oh,
1945.
Keep up.
I know, 1940. No. not
Wow. Okay.
Dang,
she's pretty hip, too.
Pre-World War II, man. That's crazy.
40. Yeah, no, she lived through
She's
all
the
that
greatest
stuff.
generation.
No, yeah. Well, yeah, my grandma was like, she's actually a really cool cat. She used to like take pictures in the bikinis and all that, like back when she was like 17, like in
The
Alabama.
bikinis were like full dresses.
Actually, Nina had legs. I call her Nina. I know it's like so my great grandma, her name is Nina Hunt, and so we call like, I don't know, my oldest brother, he thought that meant Nina because he was a baby, or he thought Nina meant grandma because he was a baby. So now we just call we called my grandma Nina, but then she passed, and then when we came around, we just called my grandma Nina. So we're like, hey Nina, like that's
Yeah, they call them gams back in the day.
Gams,
If you have nice, if you have nice legs, they call them like
good
legs.
gams.
Oh,
Yeah, she had
really?
great gams.
Yeah, your
Oh, wait.
gams.
Yeah, great gams. Yeah, she had,
Grams had some gams.
Grams had some gams, dude. But yeah, no, she was a cool cat. She was like always like, even though she was like born in Alabama, like she'd be the type like, don't say this, don't treat people like that, don't say that word, like, you know, like stuff like that. She was always like pretty ahead of her time.
Does she know what you do?
Yeah.
Is she supportive of it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell her. I'll
Yeah.
send her pictures of me on set. Be like, look at this cool thing we did. Like, you know, like obviously without like the nudity and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
but-
You didn't send her the one you sent me where I like had to put eye bleach on.
Wait, which one did I send
It
you?
was with the
What?
prosthetic.
Oh,
I was
no,
like,
I didn't.
okay.
I think I showed that to my mom, though. My mom laughed.
Yeah.
My mom did. I showed that to my mom. My mom did. We're
I'm
really
gonna
close.
also. I didn't know. I know I told you this because I kept zooming in because I was like, "Where's the?"
Where does it start? Where does it begin?
Yeah, it was like
This is me
perfectly.
now.
Yeah, and I
It
just
was.
zoomed into this giant schlong.
Yeah, it was huge, wasn't it?
How is it?
Can you say that? My schlong was huge.
Yeah, you can say
Long
that.
schlong.
No, can you say that to the camera that my schlong was
Yeah, well,
huge on
let
record?
me tell you what my Venmo is, and then when I check it, and if my payment's in there, then I
I
can't
have my
say
phone
that.
on deck.
Yeah. Myra's schlong was massive.
Okay.
It was intimidating. I was scared.
Why did I just get a Venmo request for $50? But yeah, no, it was a fun time. I showed my mom that prosthetic, but I did not show my grandma. My grandma's a little bit more conservative.
Yeah,
yeah, but no, I definitely showed my mom. She laughed. Like, yeah. Anytime I'll be on FaceTime with my mom, like, all the time, and I'll like be in the shower and stuff like that, and I'll accidentally like show my boobs and be like, oh, sorry, mom. She'll be like, I birthed you. I've already seen it all. Stop being like that. Like, my mom thinks she owns me. My mom literally thinks she owns me.
I haven't seen him like this. They didn't pop out with like full tits.
What are you talking about? I mean, I did get changed in front of my mom. I don't know. We were a close household. So,
I know, yeah.
But yeah, like, my mom's definitely funny like that. She, like, my body does not scare her. Any of her kids' bodies do not scare her. She's like, these are my babies. Like, like my mom is really fucking, yeah. But I love that though. Like, having an overbearing mom, like, I genuinely could not be more thankful for it. Like, I don't know, I love having an overbearing mom. It's so lit. I love it.
Okay.
I mean, she did a good job.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Well, the thing is, like, when I was growing up, she was, like, kind of strict and stuff like that, but, like, there was still, like, really open communication. So, like, even though she was, like, overbearing and, like, pretty authoritative, like, it didn't feel, like, vindictive or mean, because I feel like a lot of kids with like parents who are very smothering, like they feel like it's like vindictive or mean or like, you know, controlling, but I never really felt like that.
Well, I think a lot of the reason is because they don't give them an answer. They're like, do this, do that, and then they don't tell them the why. But I think if your parents like communicated and you had discussions and then they got to the point where you understood where they're coming from, that's a big difference.
My parents gave me the why. It was
they did?
because I told you so.
Oh.
That's why.
See, that was like, my mom was very different in that sense. Like, from as long as I can remember, like, she wanted us to ask why. Like, she wanted us to inquire about things. She wanted us to ask questions. She wanted us to learn things. And like, my mom wouldn't be like, oh, behave because I told you to behave. She'd be like, you know, honey, we're going to my dad's house. I don't get to see my dad very often. You know, he can be a little weird. Like, mind you, I'm like 4 years old. Like, you know, probably shouldn't be having this conversation.
But that's good because I mean, I think you'll get more out of your children when you treat them like they can process more.
No, when you like, you know, kids' minds are like sponges. Like, whatever you feed into it, it's gonna soak it up. So it's like, you know, and yeah, they're very like expandable. Like, it's whatever you are allowing your child to absorb at that moment. Because my mom was very like, she raised us to be very emotionally intelligent, and she raised us to like always ask questions and ask why, and not just take yes or no for an answer. Like, always just inquire and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say that's probably why I never really felt so smothered, because she, like, if I was like, well, I just don't understand why I can't do that, she would give me a very emotional reason as to why I can't do it. Like, not just be like, well, because, you know, this and that, because if you did it, no, she would be like, well, honey, I mean, you know, if you did this, think about it, would it not be like that? Like, she would, I don't know, she would give me room to like think for myself.
To actually process it for yourself. Good on you, Mama Moans.
Shout out to mom. Love you, mom.
Yeah, we gotta have her on one time.
I would love to.
Did you already talk to her about it or not?
I have. My mom is pretty like shy though. I feel like I'd have to just have her on the phone and not tell her it's recording.
I mean, we can.
Is that allowed?
Yeah, it's my mom.
No, it's not allowed.
No, yes, it is. It's my mom.
Okay.
I like, you know how the way I
That
just
is a
said that she
crime.
feels like she owns me. I feel like I own her too. It's my mom. I can do whatever I want.
Okay.
It's my mom. I can do it.
And
Trust
for
me.
legal purposes, we are kidding.
What's my mom gonna do? It's my mom.
It's my mom. I'm allowed
My
to
mom.
kid her.
Literally. No, dude. She's seen much worse from me. Honestly, I think I even told her that. I think she was like, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Just don't tell me. Yeah. I think I've had this discussion with her.
Yeah, I mean, we had it on our other show. We had the host Mom Come On, and she was terrified.
Aww.
And then, you know, we just
But
spent
she was so good though.
Yeah, we just spent some extra time. I had Ash like sit in the back with her, and then like while we filmed another episode, and then just like warmed her up.
Yeah, that's nice.
And can we do a shout out to both of our podcasts for getting those AVN nominees? That's honestly thanks to you fans, because it was all fan nominations. So please share these videos, help us grow our fan base, because we want to win next year.
Yeah,
we can only do it with you guys.
We have plans in the motion. We're gonna have some pretty cool themed out episodes. We've already talked about it.
We're going to the streets, maybe. You might hit the streets soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun bits, a lot of fun stuff coming up, and you guys honestly don't want to miss it. So I would, if you're not already following us, follow us now, because you're gonna want to be a part of the trend. Like you're gonna want to watch this journey. It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're not already watching me grow, you're gonna want to watch me grow real good this time.
Long schlong.
Oh yeah, I had to bring it back to the long schlong.
Have you done another one like that since?
No, I've done like prosthetics and whatnots. Wow.
And what nuts?
I don't know. Wait, is that even me?
Wow.
Is it Amber Alert just for
Okay, actually, what?
What the? I don't even know what that was. That wasn't.
That was you.
Yeah,
Timer.
that was me.
Are you supposed to be asleep right now?
Yeah, you do
Should be
usually
awake. I don't know what
do you
that
wake
was.
up around this time, Chris?
Well, sometimes instead of lunch, I take a nap.
Right. Bro's taking a nap for lunch.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyways, what were we talking about? What was it before that? No, we don't.
Oh, the AVN stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's something
And
that you said
bits
though.
were coming up. Journeys, you growing, schlongs.
Oh,
the prosthetics.
have you done a
Yeah.
prosthetic scene?
I haven't gotten to do another like Futanari type scene with a prosthetic, but I have just did that. Well, I've already talked about it a few times. I did the parasited thing. That was really, really, really cool.
You said Parasite?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was like a horror thing? That's so cool.
I had like veins on me, like white eye contacts. One of the first act just released actually, or like a pre-release or something like that. But yeah, like the first act just released and it was looking pretty freaking sick. So y'all should look out for that as well.
That's so cool.
I know, I'm so excited. I just did a mainstream thing where there was a prosthetic penis, but I didn't have it. Shout out Jamin. He had a prosthetic penis.
So he had two.
He had two, but yeah.
Wait, were they like side by side or like on top of each other?
I believe he stuck the prosthetic on top, I believe.
Those I always wonder about because I've actually seen like those ads like where they like slide on top of it. Like, how does it feel for the guy? Because like I wonder, like, is it like
No,
babe,
he just stuck it through his pants. It didn't go on it.
because have you seen the ones that like slide on?
I didn't know that was a thing.
It like adds like girth. Yeah. And it adds our girth, inches, everything.
Wow.
So it's like, but I wonder what that conversation looks like. It's just like, hey babe, I really want to have sex, but like, can you like do something about that? Like,
wow. Yeah, that is crazy. Well,
and like where does he like go? That's what I'm wondering. You can't feel good for him. Like, I mean, it's just like straps around the saccules.
That's
and then
I've
like
never
slides on.
I want to try it now.
Yeah, I don't know who's the market.
Well, maybe the comment section can tell us. Are you guys the market for this thing?
Have you tried it?
Have you tried this prosthetic?
Girl asked you.
Have they asked you to add some girth?
Yeah, it's like an inch. I mean, I guess they have to make products for everything.
Yeah, I guess they do.
Oh,
You know
I have
what
to
I'm
step
talking-
out of the room. You're talking about a sleeve?
Yeah.
What?
That's what it's called.
Chris, is this for you?
So I think we found our target audience.
No, but that's yeah. I mean, I've heard about it. It's called a sleeve,
Interesting.
right? Like yeah,
I get, because it just like
Tell us
caps
more.
it, right?
Yeah.
Does it? Do you know how it feels?
I don't know how it feels at all. The closest thing
close.
that I've ever used to anything like that is like the ring. And I didn't
those
like
are fun.
that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I didn't like it.
I remember when those were like popular. They'd come in like condom packs,
That's so funny.
and then like have like the vibrating ones,
Yeah.
but they would like never like they'd always die out.
The one that I used had like like the thing for the. I'm trying to like not to be so. It was like vibrating. And it was like for the
little,
stimulation.
like rabbit ears.
Yeah, I had the rabbit ears on it, but it was so it was so uncomfortable. I didn't like wearing it.
That's so funny. These were a little bit before my time.
Yeah, they might come back. Who knows?
They might come back in
That we live
style.
in, we learn.
Leave a comment. Do you want this to come back? Yes or no?
Yeah. Have you? Do you guys remember those like vibrating
rings?
C rings?
The rings.
Yeah, but like if you like push on them too hard, then like it wouldn't keep up. It just like. Like it would like stop like doing its thing. So it would be like
vibrating.
Yeah.
I've never used one.
But I mean these were cheap though. I'm sure they came in packs of like 3 condoms.
You know what? One time I collabed with a guy once who used one, but it wouldn't vibrate.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're just like wimped out. I don't really use those much anymore. Maybe because they don't make them.
Yeah, I thought that they were for like if you couldn't like fully
like get
I
it.
think that's what they're supposed to be for.
And they
Because
were
it was
like
like
popular.
it was like insanely tight, and it just was so uncomfortable. I didn't like wearing it.
Yeah.
So it was for so you could stay harder.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah.
And it was like
And when did these become popularized?
I don't know. But
Around the use of hopefully not MDMA, right?
I used.
Oh, probably.
I'm trying to think. It was like around. I used it around like 2013.
Oh, was that when they were really
2014.
popular?
It was definitely like like between like the early before the 2010s and early teens, I think. Yeah.
In short, it was snowing.
It was
Yeah, it was. I did it one time and it was like, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was like cool. You know,
yeah, because they're like colors and they're like they like really like selling them. And but I don't know.
Interesting. I don't know. I've never experienced too much of them, but I hope they don't come back into fashion because that tells me that there's a lot of men having trouble.
Yeah, well, I think the rings are still in fashion for a lot of gents.
Yeah,
but that might be a different.
Hopefully, it stays a lost art. Honestly,
hopefully they just don't need it around you.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
It's a natural selection if you can't get it up.
Yeah,
that's actually a great
Don't
point.
be 40. I'm just kidding. That sounded so specific. Sorry, guys. I felt very targeted.
Sorry, men over 40. Actually, the thing is, I work with a lot of men over 40, and you know, most of the men that I work with over 40 actually go natural. More of the younger men that I work with are not natural.
So funny. Probably because, like, do you think the younger men are like overstimulated?
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think men these days are that hungry. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Isn't it something about your generation is not even having sex that much?
Yeah. Well, what's happening is like in my eyes, there's like this shift since like, you know, this is gonna be controversial, but I don't really have like I guess I do have a stance on this, but probably not the one everyone thinks. I feel like our generation is getting to a point where like gender roles are just really like dissipating more and more, and whether that's like a good thing or a bad thing, I can't really say, but I can say for a fact like men are just like cowering and like not talking to women. They're not introducing themselves. They're afraid to get rejected, and women are like can be meaner than ever, and they can be a little like they're more conniving than ever. I think like in the younger generations, from what I've seen, like I have a little brother, and like he tells me about how it is dating all the time, and like it sounds like a fucking mess.
Yeah, you know, it does make a lot of sense because I was gonna hit a point, and I think you're kind of alluding to it, where because I think like the older generation, they're able to be more present, and then the younger generation is like has so much more going on in their head, and they don't know how to like just try to connect with somebody without being like maybe like you're saying like afraid of rejection, or having like those like true intimate moments where that won't be as much of a problem.
Right, yeah. And there's also just other aspects that go into it too, like the phones. Like this is the first generation of kids to grow up with a full phone in their face. And there's a real scientific thing to this. Like whether you are like for technology or against it, the scientific thing about this is that, you know, when you're on TikTok, in which all these kids, I don't care how old they are or who their parents are, like all of them are on social media, all of them are on playing games, and they're just getting these hits of serotonin over and over and over and over and over all throughout the day. You can't live like that. You're gonna like it's not good for your brain to just constantly be on serotonin constantly, because how hard is it going to be to produce it when you're just
when you're always getting gratification, and then you need to do something that might not give you gratification.
Exactly.
Why would you do that thing?
Well, it's that overstimulation. It's also because you're having all that serotonin, your body is going to stop producing it as naturally. And there's like,
I think it's the music's the hip hop.
The music, it's that damn,
that dang music, kids.
It's the MTV.
And also, what do you think about attention span?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like, I feel like all of these things play a factor into like there just being less of like that. You know, what were we framing the question like? What was it? I don't know. Basically,
like why do you think?
Yeah, you guys aren't having that much sex anymore.
I think the reason is because just of the way that society is going in general, just the phones, just the gender roles being all mixed up. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's good, but I don't think men are taking it very well. And I think maybe women are running a little too far with it, like in the younger generations and stuff like that. Because like my little brother has been cheated on in every relationship he's ever been in. And I'm like, how is that possible?
So
like,
someo's having sex.
Yeah, some people are, but like
it's just not you listening to this.
It's just not me, bro. No, it is me. I don't know. I've just heard like pretty crazy experiences from like all the younger generations and all the men and all that. So I don't know. Like I guess like women are getting to a point where they're like, you know, men are treating us like this, so why don't we act like that back? And men are getting to a point where they're not acting like that. They're like shutting themselves in, and like they're getting more sensitive over stuff like that. Like I guess they can't dish.
Yeah, I mean, I think
can't take what they dish. I don't know.
It is pretty. I don't know if I'm going to get backlash for this, but I think it is like men are a lot more sensitive.
They are. They are. And women are a lot less sensitive now. And that's because we've been now introduced into the world more like fully. Like, I feel like this is also like the first time where like there really are no gender roles. Like, think about it. Like, even in the 90s, there was more of like a gender role. Like, being the independent working woman was like a new thing in the 90s. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was like a new thing. This is the first time like kids are growing up and there really are no focused gender roles. And like, obviously, you can all decide that for your own personal lives. Like, in my personal life, I know I definitely take more of like a feminine role. Like, that's just, I like that. I like to be more submissive. I like to have a man take care of things for me. That's just me. And for me, that tends to work really well. So I don't know. I think like there is some natural balance of gender roles that is good. Obviously, there's a lot of toxicity within like gender roles and stuff like that. But I think there's some good things.
But the balance, what you're saying.
Yeah, I think like men should. Like, I feel like if you're with a man or you want to be with a man, like the best thing you can do is give him the space to be a man and let him be comfortable within his masculinity. And as a man, the best thing you can do for a woman is make a woman feel safe and secure to where she can feel comfortable in her femininity and her submissiveness. Because like without that, you have all these women who are like afraid to be in their femininity, in their feminine state, and they're afraid to be submissive, and they're afraid to like just let things flow and stuff like that. And that's a woman's natural state, is to be feminine and just calm and happy and let things flow and like, but when they're in this fight or flight state, they're not going to be submissive. They're not going to be like, and like, I don't know. I feel like every woman at the end of the day wants to feel safe enough to feel submissive.
Yeah, that's a really interesting point too, because if the female or whoever's playing this more feminine role in the relationship with this balance we're talking about, if they are allowing themselves to be more submissive, then it's going to allow their partner to be more dominant, and then that's going to incite the sex that they're probably missing in their relationship. It's going to allow them to feel more confident to approach these women more sexually, and to and of course these are women that you're in relationships with, or women that are open consensually, and blah 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 blah.
Right, exactly.
I think you guys are right. I think that the one kind of aspect that's missing is that there's like a whole other step that need to happen before you even get to that point.
Right.
And I think like we've talked about this before, because I talk about this all the time, is that men need, like, for lack of a better term, a safe space to fail. Yeah. And I think the best way to do that is with sports. Like, you learn how 100%. To get rejected.
Yeah, they ain't playing sports anymore.
Yeah, they're not playing sports. Yeah. It's like, this is such a boomer thing to say, but that was like really what was wrong with T-ball, where no one was allowed to lose in T-ball.
Yeah.
And you have to like let kids lose.
You do.
Because then imagine the first time ever you lose is by getting rejected by a girl.
Yeah.
And then you take out all this like unknown emotions and feelings on this poor girl,
or just on the idea of rejection from women itself, or women itself, like, and that is what is happening, unfortunately.
You need to like you need to like, it doesn't have to be sports either. Like, join like I'm not even making a joke, like join a chess club.
It promotes teamwork though too.
Join something like a band, there's like people that like card games, like Magic the Gathering. Like, join a club and play if that's your thing. Like, do that. And be in social interactions.
Yeah, join Magic the Gathering. You'll get so much.
Well, no, but I mean, like, the point is, like, do something where you're competing and you're gonna lose, and you're learning about rejection.
Yeah. And also learning to talk to people and be social, and communication and teamwork and all those things.
It doesn't have to be. I say sport because I played sports. It doesn't have to be sports, but like, put yourself out there to be rejected. That way, the first time you get rejected isn't by some girl, and then you hate women all of a sudden.
Yeah, because I think that's the problem too, is like when people are blanketing like, oh, all men are this or all women are that. And it's like, well, we also need to like take time to realize you're an individual human being who has individual needs. And if we need to figure out to have a relationship with each other, what those are.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and it's that safe space for both of you guys.
No, for sure. Yeah, that definitely just needs to be more of all that in general. Like, I feel like everybody just needs to like take a look inward, because we got all these women hating men and all these men hating women. Nobody is happy with each other. Nobody. Everyone's mad at each other and this and that. And I feel like it's all because of like probably one experience they had with one person. Yeah. And it's not healthy.
And not to say like rejection doesn't suck. Like, I've told this story about, I still remember, I've told the story before, my first public rejection. Like, I still remember that,
I feel like I've been rejected simply just because I'm a beautiful woman who seems like she's never been rejected. Like, like everyone experiences rejection.
But what's smart though is like what you said, is looking inward. Yeah. Because as soon as you've accepted who you are and you're starting to love and figure out who you are, that rejection, it doesn't hurt, because you're like, okay, I'm not for this person. Right. And that's okay.
Yeah.
There's literally 7 billion people on this planet. There's someone, there's literally thousands of people for you.
Yeah.
It gets to a point where you either have to it gets to a point where you have to stop being angry at everyone in the world and this and that, and you have to look inward and just be like, yeah, like, you know, this is the type of person that will work for me. I need to look for that type of person, and if that type of person doesn't like me, then there's at least 10 other people in this city who have the same type of views that I want and look for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just how I look at things. Like, if relationships don't work out these days, it just doesn't really bother me anymore. Like,
and then it's through that, like, looking into like, just even for me personally, looking into myself and seeing what I want and what I deserve. And that's how I found out that I do deserve a 6 foot tall Swedish model.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
Right.
Yeah. She's out
that
there.
is what I want.
I'm glad you found that within looking in yourself. Lots of inward looking. You found a woman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense for you, Chris.
I'm looking in the mirror.
Inside of you, 6 foot.
Looking in the woman in the mirror.
Yeah.
But it is an unfortunate thing that's going on with this generation. And I think the rebuttal is just that I think that gender roles can be very healthy. And I think that, you know, we need to stop pushing away from gender roles so much. We need to push away from toxic things within gender roles. Like, we don't, like, I feel like we're at such a point in society right now that, like, everyone's just like, you know, let's fight against this, let's get rid of this, and I'm like, okay, well, sometimes, like,
Now they keep control.
I mean, yes, but, like, I don't know, I just feel like maybe we might have gone a little too far. Maybe gender roles don't need to, like, fully leave. Like, we just need to, like, fish out toxic things within all that.
That's a really good point. I mean, it's toxicity in it, and I think it's just what you said, finding an overall balance. Like, the gender roles don't necessarily have to be like, oh, the woman has to do this or this or that. But as long as you guys communicate on what works for you.
100%, because, like, I've been in plenty entanglements where, you know, me as the woman, like, you know, I'm sitting here laying up on this couch while a man cooks me dinner. And I go up in there and I clean up afterwards. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 50-50 at the end of the day. But, you know.
Yeah.
Like, these gender roles, they don't have to be this and that. But at the end of the day, a woman needs to feel like a woman and a man needs to feel like a man if that's what they identify as. Obviously, if you identify as something else, then that's what you need to feel like.
Yeah. And find your partner that supports that.
Right. But the point is, at the end of the day, whatever gender role you see yourself as, it's best not to push away from it. I think you'll find that you feel most comfortable in your gender role, for sure. I mean, I don't know. I feel very comfortable in my femininity, and I used to push away my femininity a lot, and, like, I sometimes still do. Like, I really like to dress, like, androgynous and, like,
it's fun, it's comfortable, and I think, like, even, like, the older you get, it's like it seems more comfortable. Like, I'm not gonna be rocking heels all the time.
Right.
Like, I don't do that anymore.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, there are some things that are, like, it's great that it changed. Like, obviously, like, if I was in high school back in, like, the 90s or something, I probably would not have thrived at all. I probably would have been made fun of a lot. I dress like a boy, you know, like, I like to, like, do stuff, like, crazy stuff. I like to freaking act a fool. Like, I don't think I would have thrived in high school back in the day at all in any sense.
Grunge was a thing though.
Yeah, true. I would have been probably a grunge skater stone, honestly. But, like, my point is, I wouldn't have been popular. I was pretty popular in high school. But no, I don't know. I think that certain things, it's, like, good that the gender roles are disappearing and stuff like that. Like, you know, wear whatever you want, like, little shit like that. Like, that's obviously, like, a toxic ass gender role, but I think my rebuttal stands.
Yeah. We did have events this week, but it's okay.
What? No. We do have to wrap it up because the guest is outside right now.
Oh, shit. All right, let's wrap it up then. But Ash's birthday's coming up.
Yes.
Real quick, happy early birthday, late early birthday, whenever you're seeing
Whenever you're seeing this, it's my birthday.
Yeah, it's her birthday. So wish Ash happy birthday. Show her some love on OnlyFans and all that mess. Happy early or late birthday whenever you're rewatching this back, Ash.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Where can we find you?
Find me on IG at Ash Casanova Comedy, and I am on OF at Ash Casanova. So.
And if you don't know where to find me, I'm Myra Moans on everything. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.